I'm Amy Marc-Charles, and this is a remote freezer meal workshop using Velada. I am a Velada independent consultant, and this is my friend Jacqueline.
Hello.
And this is my friend Jillian.
Hello.
And we're going to do a workshop with you guys. So what you want to start off doing is go ahead and grab your freezer bags, and you should have labels, and just start labeling them. Put a label on each one. You don't want to put a label on your Mexican lasagna, so put that aside because you're going to be putting that on top of your Mexican lasagna, so it'll be like in a pan. You won't need this on a bag. So pull that out. Okay. Don't get confused, but you guys can go ahead and start doing that. And while you're doing that, I'll just explain a few more things to you. So other things that you guys want to have with you while you're doing this workshop. Oh, by the way, we are going to stop this video after this little intro, and we'll do separate videos for each of the different recipes that we're doing. So if you need to stop and start, that's fine. But I will be walking you through each of the recipes as we go along. But you will also want to have like a trash can right next to you, or a trash bag, or if you have paper sacks from grocery shopping, those are good to double up and just use as your trash can. You will want to have your spices in front of you. You're going to want to have your queso. You're going to want to have measuring cups, measuring spoons, and then an extra spoon for getting things like your queso out and for mixing your meatballs when we do that. You're going to want to have some kind of a mixing bowl, and then a cutting mat or a cutting board and a knife that you love. And let's see, I have a little list of things to tell you. Oh, I decided after we did several workshops, I decided that I really wanted to start having everyone bring a towel just so you can like wipe your hands off. Don't forget to bring a towel. I don't even know what that's from. It sounds familiar.
I think it's from South Park.
Oh, see, I don't understand. So you're going to want to have those things. And also, you should have, if you're doing a group workshop, you should have community spices. Like this time we're using Worcestershire. You're going to have a little bit of olive oil, cumin, some breadcrumbs, salt and pepper, and then a little bit of sugar. If you're doing it on your own, you should have those. You should have those things too in front of you. So I need to catch up with everybody and label my bags, but I think that's about all that I want to tell you. Let's see.
Make sure you have a good knife. Did you tell them that?
Yeah, have a good knife that you love. Oh, so I started doing these workshops about 6 months ago. I attended one that a friend was doing a few months before that, and I loved doing that. My family so enjoyed having freezer meals. A little about me, and these two too. Like, we all have young kids. We're all really busy. Jillian works full-time as a nurse, and she's also a mom. Jacqueline does her Scentsy business as I do too. And so we all have these kids. It's so hard, as you know, to have meals prepped and made for dinner every night. So my family was eating out like a lot, like more than I would like to admit. We were spending so much money because we didn't just go like to fast food places. We would go like to Chili's or BJ's or wherever. We would pick up dinner and spend like $35 every night on a meal for basically it's my husband and myself, and then we have a 2-year-old, and we were spending so much money. We have a baby too, but she doesn't eat, so or she wasn't. So we were spending so much money, and so once I found these freezer meal workshops, I started to love them, and I thought I wanted to do them myself. And so now that we have them every month, when we're out of our freezer meals, like when there's nothing left, we're eating out again, or we're having pancakes and eggs, and I know I've got to put a list together and run back to the store and get some made because I don't like being without them. So I hope that you enjoy this workshop. I hope that you find that these meals are helpful. And Jacqueline has been to a couple of my workshops before.
Yes, and like she said, when I run out, I've been out for about a week now, and we have not eaten good this week.
Yeah.
And we've spent probably twice as much as what it would cost to put together a freezer meal class that you're doing now. And I mean, the comparative what we spend on these meals for 8 to 10 meals is usually what I make. Is usually around $100, give or take a little bit. So it's so much cheaper than what I spent last week on meals when we ran out of these. So I'm a big believer in them now. It's so much easier with my 2 crazy kids just to throw a meal in a crock pot or thaw it out for a skillet, that kind of thing. So these are kind of a game changer for us. You know.
And this is Jillian's first time. She's a newbie, so she's going to be asking the questions that you probably will be asking. But I'm so excited.
Looking forward, we totally got a pizza last night because Mommy worked 4 nights in a row, was tired, and didn't feel like cooking. So
yeah.
Looking forward to being able to throw these in the crock pot instead of giving my money to Pizza Hut.
Okay, so I think that's about about it for this video. Go ahead and get everything in front of you that you need for your chicken pot pie, because that's where we're going to start. I'm going to run around and turn the camera on.